In 2026, the parents of Cottonwood Creek Charter School selected me as their artist to take on their brand new mural at their school. They raised $6,000 and they had to pick a guy, and I was their guy. So I left my planet and I came to Earth, America, California, Northern California, Cottonwood, to a beautiful little school. This is my story about how I took a small school with big heart and I took a blank wall and gave it epic creativity. We were able to put together a mural that can inspire children for generations. This is my story, and this is how we got it done. One of the exciting things about this mural is this is the very first mural I am using AR technology, augmented reality technology, to get my artwork onto the wall. Usually we use projectors or grids. Now we're using tech. You guys got to see just how pretty this sky blue is. It is amazing. Oh, what up? It's your boy Mikey Mike Morgan from Morgan Designs, laying down a brand new mural at Cottonwood Creek Charter School in Cottonwood, California, in beautiful America, the greatest country on earth. Look at what we're doing here. We're doing some of this, some of that, and some of this. It's hot, very hot, very, very hot. Yeah, so let me show you just how cool this AR VR technology is. So as you can see in the reflection of that window, I'm wearing the headset. I got the controllers in my hand. We're now putting the artwork on the wall without using projectors, without drawing grids on the wall. Let me just show you kind of how this is. It's like the scale. I can change the scale. Look at, I'm grabbing these handles. I'm making it big. I'm making it small. So same thing as a projector, only we're doing it in the middle of the day. We don't have to come out here at midnight and do this. And it's a beautiful day out here. We're in Cottonwood, California, and we're able to use AR VR technology to get the job done. This is so awesome. It's such a great time to be an artist with all this cool tech that we have now. So I'm just kind of zooming this in. I don't want to cut too much of my artwork off, but I just go to these adjustments, and like I can go to position. Now it's telling me like I want to raise it up a little. Look at these just like little adjustments I can do. I mean, how killer is this? And so a guy like me, for me to paint this on the wall and do all this text is very difficult. Now something like this snake for an artist, it's pretty easy for us to organically do that, but when it gets to a big scale, it's too hard to do. It's easy to do on a piece of printer paper or a canvas that's small, but when you get to this large scale, you can't just walk up to the wall and paint it on there. And so any artist that says they can just walk up to the wall and start painting, they don't have a real accurate plan of action, to be honest, and so the scale and things are going to get distorted. But this is absolutely killer. But let me just walk you through some of the themes. We got the Golden State poppies. Okay, we got the Black Angus cow. We have Mount Shasta and the rolling hills of Cottonwood. This is Cottonwood Creek, which is why this place is called Cottonwood Creek Charter School. And they are the home of the Rattlers. And they're patriots, so we're going to have American flag, because America is the best country that has ever existed. Using the biggest paintbrush you can possibly use for all the large shapes to base it all in is the fastest way to get murals done, or canvases for that matter. So use the biggest brush you can. I'm using a roller here as much as possible for all the base layers.
That way when I go down in brush size, everything goes fast.
I was gonna show you guys just how cool this tracing of the design is. So I could press X to hide the stencil. So you're drawing onto the wall, and then you're like checking the wall. Is it even going on the wall, the chalk? Yes. So I can trace it out very easy. I can adjust the opacity, which is how much you can see it or not see it. So obviously it's harder to do it. It needs to be about halfway, 50% opacity. And then you can go all the way off. And so you can gradate it on and off. So this is stuff that we couldn't do with the projector before. And then with grid drawing, we used to draw a grid. So every little square would transfer to the wall. If there was an inch square on the paper, there'd be a 1 foot square on the wall. And that's how we used to do this when we couldn't have a projector. I would say this is the best piece of artist technology that has come out in the last 50, 60, 70 years. I can't think of any technology other than the actual Photoshop computer that is more useful for an artist. So it's daytime. As you can see, this is what I look like. I can see through these goggles. I can see through it. I can see my hands. I can see through everything. This is absolutely a game changer for mural artists. I can raise it. I mean, look at that. Are you kidding me? I mean, guys, it is such a great time to be an artist. And for everyone that thinks this is cheating, I would like you to explain to me how this is cheating. We already used to do grids. We're drawing the stuff at home in our studio. I actually used a ton of AI in this, and anything that looked wrong, I redid. Like, I redid all the rocks. I redid all the cows because they weren't right. Made Mount Shasta look more like our Mount Shasta. The snake, I almost did nothing to the stake. That's almost 100% the way I wanted it. Doing AI, the rattle was wrong, so I added a correct rattle. All this text I added in Adobe Illustrator. So there's traditional graphic design there. I'm using psychological theory, which is the rules of thirds. Okay, this is all broken up into the rules of thirds. That snake is on a third of the canvas. These cows are on a third of the canvas. I'm using a first, second, and third reading. The snake is the first reading, and then second, maybe third. So there's like all kinds of psychological art theory going on in this too. Using AI and using VR to project and AR, augmented reality, to get this done is like just so damn cool. You should use tech as much as possible in your career. If you're not, it's your choice. Do it the hard way. I don't care. Yo, check this out. This color, it's like magenta. It looks really good on blue. This is a cheat code if you want like hyper vibrant colors. The guys in the 90s figured this out. 80s and 90s probably. But magenta on this bright blue looks really good together. So if you're looking for hyper saturation, super contrast, this is a good color combo to go. Look how good that color looks on this. Now, let me show you. This is a sky scene, so I'm just laying out sky colors. Okay, so sky, and basically it's like this part of the mural. But I just want to show you how good this magenta looks on blue. Okay, status update. I got my boy here. Look at all this junk you need for painting murals. Little brushes, little brushes and little brushes that turn into bigger brushes and bigger brushes and tons of brushes and stir sticks and little compressors and air brushes and spray guns and stuff like that. And colors and coffee and mixing cups and trash bags. And there's Tyler. What are you eating?
Drumstick.
Yeah. Tyler's having a lunch break. 7:36 in the morning. Look at this boy, dude. Just up and at him working on a Sunday. We're at church right now, praying to God we can get this mural done soon so we can get paid. What advice do you have for other mural painter assistants?
Don't spill the paint everywhere. Especially not on your dad's truck. Probably don't do that.
Yeah, Tyler spilled paint, but that's okay. I mean, I've done that thousands of times. I was telling him the trick to painting and painting murals is it's not about painting, it's about trying not to get paint onto areas you don't want paint. Painting's easy. Okay, then can I get your reaction? Wait, are you a parent or a teacher?
Teacher.
Third grade teacher at Cottonwood here?
Oh, that is so cool.
It's
Oh my
not done yet, but
gosh.
I'm glad you think it's cool.
What you got so far is awesome.
If you walk over there, you're gonna see the digital printout of what it's gonna be.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we have your approval so far.
Oh, that is so cool.
That's my son Tyler, he's helping.
Oh, awesome. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, glad you like it. What do you think about a clean brush?
A cleaner brush is the key to success.
It is. It's like driving a Cadillac.
And don't drip paint on the part you already painted.
That's all right. Yeah, it's looking good, dude. It's looking good. You helped a lot today. Tyler did all this black fade on the whole bottom here. He blacked out this whole tree trunk. I put in the leaves. He's working on the California state poppies too. It's been a huge help today. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yep.
All right, day 3. Check it out. 7 o'clock in the morning. Look at that. I'm hiding the stencil. We got Master Apprentice Tyler Morgan on scene, laying down some mean fades, dude. What do you think so far, Ty? So this is, I'm turning on the stencil on and off for them, and so they can see what you're working on. So Tyler's laying down basically this background fade up of dark color all the way up to the greens. Cool, right? Next, I'm gonna lay out this tree, and Master Apprentice Skywalker is going to lay down the tree base color. So the mural's coming along just right. Don't forget, this is another Morgan Designs project. Boom, boom. If you need a mural, you hit up Morgan Designs. Look at that, dude. Are you kidding? Get out of town. It's rolling. So sometimes when you're doing this, you'll see you'll need to make an adjustment. I need to move this like over here. That'd be good. And then I can do the depth. See, it looks farther away from the wall than it should, so I just press this and it's moving it, and it just augmented reality moved the image right over the surface I need. And now I'm taking the chalk and drawing out, this is the line I need. This is all I care about. And then when I go back to draw and hide the stencil, Tyler's gonna know to this in, this tree with background color. So that's what we're setting up. Okay, so this is for artists. How do you paint 1,000 flowers or a couple 100,000 flowers or 1,000,000 flowers with a paintbrush? Well, let me show you. I'm glad you asked me because I'm actually working on flowers right now. So what you do is you take a couple flower colors. I'm using Golden State Poppies, and you paint the background like just green, okay? And then fades of green, like different kinds of green. I put part of my paintbrush into one side, the other part in the other. Now I have two colors, and I just literally like dot in some flowers, right? I literally act like I'm having a stroke, and I just like stroke it on there. I like shake my hand, okay? So I do that for like hours or whatever. But the key is to do giant foreground flower. Now imagine this finished and rendered, finished shadowing, shading, highlights. Do a big foreground, do a smaller ones, smaller ones, smaller ones. Do about 2-3 phases of that. Then you do this pointillism style, which is all it is just a little like, and the choice of color is very important. It's got to be flower or plant material color. If I run way out here in the street, especially if you're driving in a car, it looks real. All right, so let's go to the fence here. I'm sorry, the fence is in the way, but you get the idea that the illusion is there's millions and millions of flowers. This is gonna look a lot better when I have the foreground flowers rendered. Basically, that's the idea. It's just a bunch of dots. The gorgeous Tuesday morning. It is 6:30 a.m. We're on day 4 or 5 of this mural. I don't even know what. They become a blur at this point. Wanted to show you a little bit of progress we got going here. Put in the flowery fields yesterday. Today we'll be working on this Cottonwood Creek, rendering that out, making the California State poppies look like actual poppies. Probably be doing the snake, rattlesnake tomorrow. Be rendering out the bark on this oak tree. And of course, we have to put the words still that say Cottonwood Creek Charter School. So there's really a lot of texture you can get with one single color. Just using water to create kind of this fade or ombre. You see I got a cup of water and I got straight paint, and I'm using combination to get those. Then I go back to the straight paint and I'm basically what's called scumbling, hitting just the tops of all the 3D surfaces of the wood grain of the wall. And I'm doing it in a arced manner to mimic the curvature of the flower petal. So this is a cool way to get form and design out of your objects you're doing, is to follow the contour of the form with your brush. And it'll create an optical illusion that it's bending. One of the tricks I've learned about doing murals over the 30 years that I've been doing them is like the clothing you wear. Okay, so a lot of people make fun of my hat. Haha, you're wearing a stupid hat. What are you, a Chinaman? You know, comments like that. The truth is, basically, Asians have figured everything out. They are the smartest of all the races. If you have a problem, I'm pretty sure Asians have already figured it out. So, some people will call it cultural appropriation. I call it utilizing their innovative genius. So this hat is perfection. It's lightweight. It casts a shadow around all the things I need to shadow cast it on. And this thing the sun is usually hitting one side of your body during a mural like this. Right? So it covers my right painting hand, mostly. So not only am I impeccably fashionable, but it's functional. So do I want to be a samurai? Yes, of course. Who doesn't? I mean, come on. Do I want to be a ninja? Yes, who doesn't? But it's function. So I also like to wear shoes that are like flexible, like a ninja. I like to wear sweatpants so I can stay mobile. Basically, the more you can dress like a ninja, the easier doing murals is. Okay, day 7. Look at the sun is rising. The moon is out. Trying to get out to the job site before it's 137 degrees today. Scheduled to be in triple digits, and it's gonna be wild. So I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to get a day's work in before it gets to be scorching. I'm almost done. I'm almost done with this mural, and I'm glad that you guys have been with me on this journey. It's meant a lot to me. We've been through a lot together on this mural. Probably got 2 more days. All right, wish me luck. I never knew much about this small town named Cottonwood. It's interesting, there's about 6,300 people here. There's not many, it's a small town. These are ranchers, retirees, commuters that work in Redding and Red Bluff. This is a small rural town, mostly white, some Native American and Mexicans. And it's got that small town charm, that vibe, that Friday night football, that church on Sunday vibe. These are good hometown folks that are down to earth, and every single one of them is as nice as you could ever imagine. This is what a small town's all about. I honestly can't think of any other people that are more deserving of this mural. Every single one of them. As I put this final clear coat on, I just reflect and I think about all the people that stop by to say nice things to me. Just how appreciative that they are, that I was taking my time to use my talents and bring this value to their community. They were very thankful, and I just couldn't think of nicer people that are more deserving. These are hardworking Americans, and I couldn't be happier to give them this gift. Show you some of the materials or tools that I use to create a mural, a big mural like this one, nice colorful mural. I try to do as much of it as possible with a roller. As much as possible, all the clouds. Okay. Then I go to, well, all the background, every shape. It's done with the roller. Then I move down to these little mini rollers. It might be this furry one, and it might be a smooth one. The next tool I use is this. I'll do 80-90% of this mural with a brush like this. A Corona or a Purdy, as long as it's high quality brush. Most of the mural gets done with this. Then I move to a little bit of using this guy. That's only for some of it. We're talking 2%. Okay, then we're talking 0.1%. I use an airbrush. So on this particular mural, those are the tools that I use, and I always, on an exterior mural, I'm using latex, Dunn Edwards paint, which is the best paint in the entire world, high quality. I can have a mural that'll last 40 years because I'm using a graffiti resistant coating by Acrylomaster, a company called This Stuff Works. So I put a couple gallons of this stuff. Not only is it going to protect it from getting spray painted, lipsticked, markered, graffitied, whatever, but it also UV protecting. So I'm happy to know that when I'm 80, 85 years old, this thing will finally need to be repainted, but it's going to last a good 30 years. So these are the kind of materials that I use, and that's why the Morgan Designs murals last a long time, because I use high quality stuff. how much is a mural like this? That's what everyone asks me. How much does it cost? $6,000. This is a $6,000 mural. If I were to rebid it, now that I painted it, I would go like 10 or 12. This, if I added up all my hours, I did it in about 7 days. I have about $1,000 in paint and materials, graffiti, clear coating, things like that. Got travel and gas too. We're out of town, Cottonwood. Had to arrive at 5 a.m. every day because of the heat. So you can only do about 4, 5, 6 hours before you get cooked and you gotta roll out. I charge by square footage and level of detail and accessibility, those 3 things. This is low on the ground, I can get to it from a ladder. If it was high on the ground, I'd need to rent equipment and it'd be more uncomfortable. So more geometric, less money, more photoreal, more money. So this was $6,000. Think. Are you a parent?
Yes, and I'm also a grandpa.
So you guys walk this road every day?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, and so this is your morning walk. And then you guys will, so you're gonna see this mural a lot.
Every day. See it every day. Yeah, every day.
But it's beautiful, and you can see it.
Nice.
So, you
Good.
did gorgeous job.
Yeah, it portrays Cottonwood pretty well too.
I'm glad you guys like it. It was fun to do.
This is
One
a real
person
eye
to do.
popper. And you know, now that I'm this close, I didn't notice that you have a squirrel up there. And I didn't notice him back there, but yeah.
That's right. I know, we're gonna have to come up with a name for this little guy. He's a 3rd grade teacher at Cottonwood here?
Oh, that is so cool.
Okay, that's a wrap. It's done. Cottonwood Creek Charter School mural now completed. Look at him. How cool did he turn out? His scales turned out awesome. His eye turned out awesome. Little studs in the hat, the American flag, the filigree in the bandana. Definitely my favorite part of the mural. I knew that was going to be. I just like the way the lighting is, the rim lighting and stuff, and textures. And the lettering, it's backwards for you guys probably, but turned out nice. Look at all the sky reflections in the water. Turned out good. We got our version of Mount Shasta and some Black Angus cows that they're famous for here, and the rolling hills of Cottonwood. Last day here. It's got a clear coat on it now. Anti-graffiti should last 30 years, maybe more. That's a wrap.